Alright guys, first training video in about 3 weeks I think, and that's because the last couple of weeks have basically been deloads, at least for squat and deadlift, and that was mostly to give my hips a break, but also to give my lower back a break because it just hasn't felt quite right lately. So last week I actually started this new program moving forward for bench press. So this is my second week on bench press, but it's my first week lifting something more than deload weight on squats and deadlifts, and I'm actually still not doing deadlifts right now, and that's just, like I said, to give my lower back a little break. But this day it was 3 sets of 9 with 195 on bench press and 3 sets of 9 with 315 on squats, and that's all you'll see in this video. And the frequency has changed for now for squat and deadlift. So I'm still going to be benching 3 times per week, but I'm going to be squatting and deadlifting just 2 times per week. And honestly, with the way my lower body responds, I'll probably still make quicker progress on squat and deadlift. So right now, Monday is squat and bench, Tuesday is deadlift and some hypertrophy back, Wednesday is bench and OHP, and then some shoulders and triceps hypertrophy. Friday is squat, and then I'll do some more back work and some hamstrings and calves work. And then Friday is bench press and deadlifts. But like I said earlier, I'm not deadlifting this week just because my lower back doesn't feel right, and I want to wait until it does before I continue to do deadlifts. But everything went really well with training today. I'm continuing to make progress on all the lifts. The progress is slow at this point, but that's to be expected. My squat and deadlift are really close to where they were before I started dieting, and I was heavier at that time, so that's good. I don't feel quite as strong, even though some of my AMRAP sets have been really close to where they were before. I can tell that I'm not quite to where I was. And bench press, I'm still probably 30 pounds from where I was, at least on my 1 rep max. So I'm trying not to think about that too much, but obviously that's going to be in my head a little bit. And if anyone's wondering, I'm still running sprints twice per week, and there's no real program there. I'm doing it more for fun than anything else. And I've definitely made progress, kind of like people in the gym can do pretty much any program or no program at all. As long as they're consistent, they'll make progress. That's kind of what's happened on sprints. Since I was a running back for my high school football team and played football basically my whole life until I graduated high school, I just don't like feeling like I can't move around when I'm outside, and it took me probably 4 to 6 weeks to really feel normal on sprints again.
Get off the bar.
This sucks so bad.
God.
Cardio. And that was just me complaining about my powerlifter stamina. But this last set actually goes really well, maybe because I have someone watching me here, but I think I also rested quite a while. So this set goes pretty well. And after squats and bench, I also did some chest, shoulders, and triceps hypertrophy work. So I did some decline push-ups. I just had my feet on a bench. I think I did like 2 sets of 15 or something there. And then I also did some overhead triceps extensions using a cable and a rope attachment. And then I did some face pulls. So just rear delts. I don't think I did anything else for shoulders specifically, but they're always pretty fatigued after bench press anyway. So did that, and the whole session took me probably about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's about what I prefer. I like training, I just don't like training all day. So that's how I'm doing things now, and that's part of the reason I changed things up, but I also just felt exhausted at the end of the week with my work schedule and squatting and deadlifting 3 times per week. And this is some post-workout Subway. I have a Subway right next to me at work, so I go there quite a bit, and almost always get the oven-roasted chicken with lots of toppings. But that's it for this video. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.